to the V. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Well, hello, lovers. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody is having a great Saturday. I'm getting started much later than I intended. Um, Today we were supposed to, excuse me, we were supposed to do our 12-hour live today, and I apologize. I just could not make it happen. I was up late. I even woke up early and I just could not get going, and I apologize for that. But baby, we are here now, and we still have activities planned for the rest of this day. So right now, we're going to get into some of the Braxton family matters. Okay, we're going to talk about that after this live. My good friend Lexi Moon, True Crime and Mystery, she's going to come over here, and we're going to go over two or three. Body cams that I found quite entertaining this week. And then we will be moving on to our Zoom, where we will have our members only Zoom. If you are a member, you can come and join the party. All right. We're going to go over there and get our life. Watching a little bit of information about what it was like to hang out in the 90s in Atlanta for Freaknik. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on today. And then tomorrow, we will be back. I'll be back with more content, and then we will make our way back over to the Zoom for members only once again so that we can finish up our discussion regarding Magic City. Yes, it's a freaky, freaky weekend. So if you're down for it, be there. Okay. You might want to be there. If you don't have your membership, get one. Okay. Because we're going to have a good time and we're going to have some adult conversation over there in the Zoom. All right. Excellent. So now let's see who's in here. Let me just check and say hi real quick. Hey, Leo Lady, Diva Ray, Andrea, hello. Hey, Shay B. Hey, G Creates, allegedly. Hey, Make Beauty Forever. Hey, Just Nikki, how are you? Dimples Wimples 504 is here. Travel Girl is here. Say J is here. Nesto Shackle Shuffle Walk of Shame is in his house. Miss Mad About Music. Hello, honey. Hey, Coffee is Brewing. Let's see. I think I got most of y'all. I think I did. I think I got most of y'all. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. Let's get into some of this mess. Jesus. Honey, this goes to show you that everybody's family got some mess. Some worse than others, but mess nonetheless. Okay? Mess nonetheless, honey. So we are going to be discussing a little bit about what's been going over there, over there at the Braxtons season 2 episodes 1, 2, 3. Okay, really. We are they are on episode 3 that aired last night. I did have happen to see the episode. It was a good episode. But just before that episode came out, a clip was released. A clip of an altercation, okay, if you will. It was verbal. I think it could have got physical, but it didn't. I don't believe it actually got physical. But there was a little altercation amongst the sisters. Okay. Originally, just so we're clear, there were 5 sisters, 1 brother. The first 2 episodes were mainly sort of dealing with the drama that was involved their niece. Okay, it involved their niece. The brother Michael had two daughters, one of which unalived herself a few years back, and the older of the two, her name is Ashley, and Ashley recently came out on social media to share that one of her aunt's ex-husbands had been inappropriate with her when she was a teenager. I believe she was about 16 years old. And just so we're clear, Ashley says that there was nothing physical that actually occurred, but the uncle, if you will, was flirting with her. There was some inappropriate text messages that were exchanged. And the aunt who he was married to was Trina, which is the second to youngest of the children. And Trina was back and forth with this man for several years. They got divorced twice. They got married twice. They tried to work some mess out in between. He was trash. He was found busted multiple times out here being inappropriate with other women, allegedly trans people. He had not Zooms. I think he was doing Skype at the time. I think he was doing Skype calls with these individuals, and it was just nasty. Okay, he's trifling and he's nasty. But Trina is out here still trying to protect him. Trina is saying, if you ask me, she's saying that the niece is lying. That's my interpretation, because she's gone out of her way to suggest that the uncle, because he is dead, that it's unfair to be discussing this because he is unable to tell his side. There is no side. If he was sending her inappropriate text messages, he's trash, he's garbage, he's a deviant, and as far as I'm concerned, he's a PDO. Bye, y'all. Okay? In my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. All right. But she's out here. And so now she has been exposed for being trash as well, because now she is mad at the niece. She is mad at Tamar for bringing the niece on to tell her story. So Trina's trash. There's that. Then now we're getting into some other drama. Actually, the last episode, Towanda was exposed for being trash. Towanda is the third to youngest. She's like the middle child, sort of, kind of. One of the middle children, all right? And Towanda has a past of being a little shady. Towanda has a past of stealing. Um, she was arrested years ago for forgery. So yeah, it was a thing. Okay, there's a thing. So she was exposed last week, however, because they were trying to make it seem as if Tamar was unwilling to participate in Tawanda's bridal shower. It was really not a bridal shower. It was a getaway for the maids of honor. Okay. And she planned this trip for those ladies, and Tamar did not make it there. But Tamar didn't come because one of the producers told her that Tawanda didn't want her there. But Tawanda is pretending as if, oh, you didn't want to, no one uninvited you. You just didn't come, giving off that Tamar was just slacking, wasn't being a good sister, was not being supportive. Only for the producers to show where Tawanda actually did say she didn't want Tamar there because she felt that Tamar would ruin everything. See, all that was outlined in episode 2, baby. Okay, so first we got episode 1, Trina's trash. Then we got episode 2, Tawanda's trash. But it doesn't stop there, because now we on episode 3. Now, just for to be fair here, there's a clip I'm going to show. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to show it anyway. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be monetized for this. I don't know. But I'm going to show it anyway because I'm showing it from another platform, and It's smaller. I don't know. I'm gonna take a chance on it, okay? Because I owe y'all. I owe it to you. All right. Hit the like button. You owe that to me. All right. You see how this go? It's a give and take. I owe you because I'm out here a little later than I had intended to. But I need you to hit the like button because that's what you owe me. All right. All right. Okay. We good. Hey, T gonna say that had to be said. Hey, the real VB. So now let's get into it. So there was a clip that was released before episode 3. However, this clip was not a part of episode 3. We thought it was going to be, but it wasn't. I believe that the clip was released as a way for Tamar to reveal more information about her sisters. Okay? There's that. But we're gonna get into it because I think this clip is is explosive to say the least. Explosive. All right. Well, we learn a bit more about what the sisters got going on. Okay. So I'm going to share it with you because I want you guys to see what's really going on around here. Okay. So I'm going to play it. I hope that y'all can hear it. If you can't, just let me know in the chat. I want you to hear this clip that was released prior to last night's episode, even though last night's episode didn't include it. All right, here we go. Oh no, what's going on now? Baby, what's
asking about is my child.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my
So
thing,
how would I
I know
give
where
it
you
to
live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards. And help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them
Oh,
a few times.
Who? What man?
Do not get the link.
Oh, bitch. Dirty, low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he Towanda.
You know that's a lie.
I swear
You
to
know
God.
that's a lie.
I
Which daughter you trying
I swear. Your man for? You think I too? Don't you?
Did you catch all that? Did you catch all of that? Basically, see, look. I want y'all to look. All this time, they really have painted Tamar out to be a villain. Tamar is a spoiled little brat, little sister. No doubt about it. Tamar is over the top. That's for sure. Tamar has been problematic at times. I don't agree with everything Tamar does or says. I feel that Tamar has been problematic. She definitely has been problematic over the years. But I see her differently now because a lot of what I perceived about her was I believe framed for us to see her like that. She just looked like a brat. She just looked like she was out of control. They would often say, we did this to her. We created a monster. We did this. Now I remember a few years back when they met up with Iyanla Van Zant. Iyanla came in to meet with the family to kind of walk them through some group therapy, if you will, to resolve conflict and issues. Tamar really showed her ass during that weekend. She really did. I did not like the way that she addressed Iyanla. I didn't like any of that. But then again, honey, I love me some Iyanla, so there is that. But honestly, I had not paid attention to something that Iyanla said during that situation. And I heard it recently again. And one of the things that Iyanla said was that a person who goes out of their way to be seen all the time? Because that it does appear that Tamar has gone out of her way for attention. Tamar tries to be seen, wants to be seen. One of the things she said regarding her niece, who came out recently and made those accusations against the deceased uncle, she wanted to support her because she stated that she wanted to show her support that wasn't shown to her when she was a child. She wanted to show her niece the support she didn't get. Okay. So because of that, Tamar stepped up to support her niece. Now I'm sure the rest of the sisters wanted to frame that as Tamar was being messy, but Tamar appeared to be quite sincere. Now, one of the things that Iyanla said when she met with them, she said a person who wants to be seen all of the time is because there was a time when she was not seen. I said, now, my God. A person who wants to be seen all the time is because she never felt seen. And that makes sense because for the most part, she wasn't seen at a time when Tamar claimed to have been mishandled. Something inappropriate happened somewhere. She was a victim of something, okay, as a young person. And she said she shared and no one did anything. No one came to her rescue, if you will. So I felt like what she was doing made sense. I want y'all to see one more again what happened in this, and I want you to pay attention to everything that's said because a lot was said here very quickly. Let me give the rundown real quick. What I heard said was, first and foremost, Towanda, you don't talk to you don't talk to Tamar unless y'all are filming. You don't go visit Tamar or anything. Towanda doesn't know where Tamar lives, but Tamar says she knows where Towanda lives because she paid the down payment on Towanda's home. She then also says that Towanda's been stealing from her for the last 2 years using her credit cards. Okay. All right. And it doesn't sound like Towanda was denying that part. She deflected and she said, well, what do you steal? What do you steal? She said, I don't steal anything. Towanda said, what do you steal? Yes, you do. You steal. And Tamar said, what do I steal? I don't steal anything. What do I steal? She said, you steal men. You stole your sister's man. You slept with them. They named the name. They bleeped out the name. We didn't hear the name. However, doesn't matter. Allegedly, Towanda is saying that Tamar slept with said man, and said man allegedly told Tamar that Towanda has slept with him. You know, a lot of times people project. They project. The thing that's going on with them, they just lay it on somebody else. I always think that that's a weird thing. That when people do that, it's so weird to me. But that's her defense mechanism here, apparently, allegedly, was that she was projecting onto Tamar. Allegedly. Okay. It looked as if Toni had never heard this before. That's what it appeared. Let's watch it though together. Okay. Let's watch it together. And one more time, and let's see what had been said. Come on.
So who gave the man my address? I'm not expecting y'all to really give a about me. What I am asking about is my child.
Do I know where you live?
Well, of course you don't come. So
Exactly.
my
So
thing,
how would I
I know
give
where
it
you
to
live because I put down your down payment.
Beautiful.
And you've been stealing from me for the past couple years on my credit cards. Help
But
me.
what you steal?
I don't steal anything.
You don't? You sold men.
Who's the man that I stole?
Tony's. You slept with them a few times.
Oh, what man?
You not get the lead.
Oh, bitch. Dirty, low down ass bitch.
Oh, you're such a liar. Such a liar.
Man, he said he Towanda.
You know that's a lie.
I swear to
You know
God.
that's a lie. Which God are you trying
I swear. Your man for? You think I too? Don't you?
All right.
So who gave the man my address? I'm not expecting y'all to really give a about me. What I am asking about is my child.
to? Do I know where you live?
Okay. So that happened. All right. That right there, that had happened. So let me see what y'all saying here in the chat. Wait. Shay B said, V, Tamar is talking to Trina, not Towanda. No, ma'am. She's talking to Towanda, Shay B. What part do you think she's talking to Trina? When she said, you low down dirty bitch, she's talking to Towanda. When she said that somebody, when Towanda accused her of sleeping with Tony's man, she said, no, Towanda slept with the man. She ain't talking to Trina. She ain't talking to Trina, baby. She talking to Towanda. And Towanda said, you know that's a lie. No. No, Shay B. No, baby. She's talking about Towanda. Towanda. All right. So that's why it's so problematic. It's so interesting. So again, right when all of this stuff came out about Towanda, because it came out again on, I want to say Thursday it came out, this clip, and not too long after that, Tamar also posted some things on Instagram, some other clips, but these were clips of viewers that have been watching for some time, and they have opinions, and apparently Tamar agrees with their opinions. So she posted said opinions on her page. Okay, let me pull that up so we can get into that. Okay, hold on, let me start showing the right one. Hold on 1 second, my loves. Okay, let me put it here. There we go. All right. So let's look at some of the clips that were shared by Tamar about the things going on with the family.
I don't know about that last part.
So just so we're clear, the person is responding to a comment that says they did not like Tracy because she didn't dislike the father. They do not like Tamar because she has had some success and she married a rich man. I do. Now let me say this. Well, I'm gonna let this lady give her opinion and I'm gonna give you mine.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the first part. Okay, they did not like Tracy because she didn't dislike the father. Period. Okay, so let's not even say Tracy did not at one point dislike the father, because let's give Mr. Braxton his shit, because we tend to give Evelyn Braxton her things off of the guys that she can't move on. He was the head pastor at their church, was having an affair with someone that was Evelyn's friend for 10 years. The church said, reveal the affair or step down. The nigga chose to step down. Y'all get a divorce. They tried marriage counseling. Remember Evelyn said when she said he laid low, you spent a ride? He said, you cried at the counseling and said you didn't want to let the woman go. Crying at a counseling session in front of your wife that you don't want to let your mistress go, that's also her friend. Then Evelyn divorces him and you married this bitch 30 days. 30 days. Jesus Christ. And so I feel like because Tracy was still in Maryland, everybody else went up to Hollywood. Tracy has a family. Tracy wants her family to be a part of. She wants her child to have a relationship with her grandfather. And Michael Braxton made it very, very clear, if you don't accept my wife and my decision, you don't have me in your life, which is disgusting. And it is the biggest root of all of those women problems. And so I do feel like because she was able to forgive for her purposes, because she was able to have a family first. So Tracy at 19, 20 had to think as a mother first. I want my child to have a grandfather. Everybody else had to think singularly as women, just by themselves without having a family. And so I do feel like not because Tracy didn't not like him, she had to forgive him first, just because of the position that she was in at the time. Now, they don't like Tamar because of the success of marriage. Now you know you don't believe that, girl.
I definitely believe that.
Ain't nobody jealous of no damn bitch. Once again,
Lies.
so seriously, let's pull back the layers of jealousy. Not that I did this like this is some hell, but you can be jealous of the result of how something came to be, not exactly what you had to do or who you had to be or who you had to be with in order to get that, right? I believe that at certain points, all of them have been jealous of each other's success, including Toni. They love to say, oh no, we was never jealous of Toni. Toni just went on and was on Boomerang and sold records and we was just fine. Y'all lying.
Okay. All right, so this is what I'm going to say. I do believe that they may have felt a way about Tracy having the relationship she did with their dads. Tracy was the one sister who continued to live in the DMV area. Their brother Michael lives in the DMV area, and so does their father. Okay. I believe Tracy had a relationship with not only the father, but continued to have a relationship with his wife. I do believe that. It's very clear. Tracy has mentioned that the niece that was deceased, or that is deceased, that she thought of that niece like a daughter. So she was very close with that niece. And so she took it hardest amongst all of the sisters. She took it really hard when that baby died. Okay. And she has broken down about that, discussed it during counseling sessions, and we were able to see that on the show. They may have felt a way about that. It's possible. I don't know. But it's very possible. Now, the second part that says they do not like Tamar because she's had some success and she married a rich man. I do agree with that. And I do agree, while they may not have wanted Vince, I do believe they felt a way about the fact that Tamar had a lifestyle that none of the rest had, including Toni. She came closest to having the lifestyle, but you got to understand, Toni has had a lot of debt and issues with money over the years. And so the truth is, I do believe that was a point of contention. I do believe that is possible. I do believe that when Tamar gained popularity, when when Braxton Family Values came out, Tamar was one of the producers of the show. So was Toni, and so was Vince. Okay. And I think, and it was Tamar's idea to create this show, and she talked the sisters into it, including Toni. She had to talk Toni into doing it. When they did that, again, Tamar was already living a pretty grand lifestyle. Now, we later learned that there were some money issues that Vince was going through. That's neither here nor there for me. But the truth of the matter is, I do believe that they were jealous of Tamar. I do believe that when Tamar gained popularity, she became the star of the Braxton Family Values show. Whether or not she was appearing to be the victim on the show or not, she was the star. Now, I'm going to say something else right now. And a lot of people may not believe this, but I do believe Toni. I do believe that there was a part of Toni that was jealous. I said it. I said it. I love them. I love me some Toni Braxton, but Toni Braxton is a human being too. Now, for many years, Toni made a point to say, I want my sisters to be successful. I feel like I'm carrying the weight. I feel like I always have to include them. Sometimes I just want to do me, and I can't. I have to hire them as my assistants. I have to hire them as my backup singers. I had to try to help them get a record deal, and I wanted them to get a record deal, and I wanted them to be successful. But see, I believe that all that can be true, and then I also believe that no one expected Tamar to become the star of that damn show. Not even Toni. Because Toni is a living legend. Toni was at one time upheld in the same rankings. I'm not saying they sing the same. Okay, calm down. Okay, I'm about to say something. I don't want y'all to get carried away with it. But there was a time when we looked at the top female vocalists and we were looking at a Whitney Houston, a Mariah Carey, and a Toni Braxton. They were in the same realm, if you will. Toni was winning Grammys back to back to back. And one night she was winning several. She was winning American Music Awards. She was doing a lot of stuff. And she was the legend. So she is. But this show, I'm gonna be honest, it took her stardom, if you will, down a peg. It really did. And while it helped boost the show, honestly, it did not boost her popularity. If you ask me, it kind of brought it down a peg. And then in the midst of her star coming down just a peg, I'm not saying she ain't the legend, because she is. I'm not saying she hasn't accomplished all she has, because she has. And I'm not saying I don't love Toni Braxton, because I do. But what I am saying is, no one expected Tamar to explode on the show. Let me tell you right now, Toni can walk away from this show right now, and it doesn't necessarily change the popularity of the show. If Tamar walks away from the show is dead. Do you understand that? And that goes for the Braxton family values and this one, the Braxtons. This is a whole separate show. But if Tamar leaves, they have no show. Toni can leave and the show can go on. You see how that works? And you're not going to tell me that Toni Braxton hasn't felt a itsy bitsy way about that. I just believe she has. I believe, and honestly, it's a human reaction. It's a human reaction. Will she ever admit that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I do believe it's true. I believe that Tamar had a man that was taking care of everything. They living in big mansions. She had stylists. She had all kinds of shit going on. Then she has a man who's a big producer in the business at that time. I believe that these ladies had a problem with that. But okay, let's go on to the next one, shall we?
Now, the gag is, some of y'all refuse to accept this, but the issue between the Braxton sisters existed long before any of you all knew who they were outside of Toni Braxton. Their issue started long before the Braxton family values, long before they were ever on television, long before any of you all were able to interject your opinions on who you think the real villain is and woot to woot to woot. Their issues stemmed way back from when Toni first got discovered, and then the girls went off to go do their own thing, okay? They have real family issues. The problem is that for some reason, you guys won't accept the fact that Tamar Braxton has been very consistent with who she is and how she presents herself. Now
that is a fact. That is a fact. You can say whatever you want to say about Tamar, but Tamar has been Tamar since the moment we met Tamar. Period.
Whether you consider that problematic or not, that's neither here nor there. She has been very consistent, okay, with how she puts herself out there to the world. This is whether she was on the Braxton Family Values. This is whether she was on the Braxtons. This is whether she was on any of her spinoff shows. When she was on The Real, she has always been the exact same person. So her behavior is not just limited to her sisters. It is who she is. This over-the-top animated person. Even her sisters have admitted that she's been like that since she was a young child. The problem is that Towanda Braxton is actually the doll that y'all are trying to paint Tamar Braxton out to be. And I know that might be a hard pill for some of y'all to swallow, but let me tell you something. The longer that milk dud keeps getting on that TV screen and keeps trying to play the victim, the more them producers are going to keep calling her ass out left and right. Why? Because Tamar Braxton has a much bigger hand in how this show is being produced, which she did not have when the Braxton Family Values was going on. She didn't have nearly as much control, meaning she's not able to make sure that the truth is being told and shown so that it doesn't look like she's making up lies, which is the reason why y'all just witnessed Towanda get caught up in that damn lie about her trying to make it seem as if Tamar Braxton did not want to attend her wedding. Now, if you watch the show, you can clearly see that Towanda is full of shit, unfortunately. She don't like her sister. And baby, that is okay for you to admit. There are a lot of people in this world that have family members that they don't like. The problem is that you keep trying to act as if you do like her, that you do love her, that you do want support from her, when your actions keep showing otherwise.
Yes.
And then, instead of just admitting the fact that you don't like her, you try to push off this narrative to the viewers that Tamar Braxton is the villain and Tamar Braxton is giving you a reason to not like her. When in fact, my dear, now the guy.
Okay, now let me say this. Everything he said, I agree with 100%. Towanda does not like Tamar. Period. Now, I don't know if you all recall this or watched this, but there was a show that I believe came on NBC many, many moons ago. Damn near 20 years ago. Called Starting Over. And there were ladies that would come to the Starting Over house. And they had 2 life coaches that would be in the house with these ladies. Some ladies were getting out of abused marriages. Some were trying to pursue careers they had never pursued before. Some were trying to overcome childhood trauma. Everybody had something that they were trying to get over, and they had 2 life coaches that were on that show. Now, they had a black one and a white one. Now, one of the coaches, when the show first started, her name was Rana Walker. Yeah, Rana Walker. And Rana, for some reason, I believe she was fired from the show. And then they replaced Rana Walker with Iyanla Vanzant. Okay. The first season, I believe, that Iyanla Vanzant joined the show was the season by which Tawanda Braxton was a house guest in the show. Okay? Are y'all with me? Towanda was on that show. Towanda was talking about, first of all, she was married at the time to her first husband. They had 2 small kids. Her husband didn't like her ass either. Tawanda's husband did not like her. And I couldn't stand him. He was an asshole. If you watch the Braxton Family Matters, he was still married to Towanda for at least the first couple of seasons. And you could see he was an asshole over there. But he was still an asshole prior to that when Towanda was in this house. Now, he wasn't staying at the house, of course. It was just the ladies were staying at the home. But he came to visit a couple of times, and he don't like that lady. It's obvious. I don't give a damn what comes out of his mouth. He didn't like her, right? And one of the things I recall Tawanda talking about was not being able to move forward with her career. She wanted a similar career as Toni. But she also mentioned about her baby sister Tamar. And that it was just the way in which she spoke about Tamar. She said that she and Tamar had some issues as sisters. Tamar actually came on the show to visit. And they had issues back then. They didn't really dive deep. I don't remember the specifics. But there was some tension between those two. I believe Towanda was jealous then and has been jealous for quite some time. If you ask the sisters who is the best singer of all of the children, they're going to say Tamar. I know that because they've said it. Tamar is the best singer. Even Toni Braxton said that. All right. Doesn't mean you have to like her better. I'm just saying, when it comes to range and abilities, even Toni Braxton will tell you that Tamar is the best singer. I'm sure that plays a part too in some of the jealousy. I'm sure that Tamar being the baby and everybody gives the baby a lot of attention, I'm sure that was a problem for certain sisters at certain times. Okay? So let's just be clear about what's going on. All right? What's going on? Okay, let's go to the next one.
Look at that smile. Look at that smile. But she might not run people. She not fit. It's just over frustrating because I waited my whole life to get to this point. And this is one of the biggest shows of my entire career and tour. And, you know, for someone to come out and ruin that moment for you, that's not really fair to me. So at the end of the day, or fair to the people that spent their money, let's talk about that because I'm at work right now, okay? All right, it's not a free concert. People spent their last hard-earned coin to come see me.
Oh, I'm playing all that music. Okay, let me just say this before we get into that. That last scene, this one right here. Oh shit. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so this scene right here, this was one of Tamar's first performances when she had just come out with her first album. And they came to see her at the show. And then after the show, they were told that they could not get backstage. There was some mix-up. So when I guess Tamar told folks she didn't want anybody backstage, so the assistant or someone came out and told the sisters to leave. But Tamar was not talking about her sisters. So the person who told them to leave mixed up what Tamar's intentions were. When Tamar tried to fix it and said, no, we're my sisters, that's wrong. Or she tried to fix it. They didn't want to hear it. But as you can see, Towanda is smiling, and many are saying that it's like this person said, Towanda was smiling the entire time. She thoroughly enjoyed pissing Tamar off. Also, when Tamar's assistant told Trina she didn't mean y'all in that moment, and she didn't want to hear it. They could have went to talk to her to clear it up, but that was their way to turn it around on Tamar. That's precisely what happened. When Towanda, or when it was clarified that she didn't mean the sisters, she meant other people, anybody else. She didn't want to see them. They were able to say, see, oh, Tamar's a trip. Tamar, oh, she's so big of a star, she don't want to see her sisters. And that was not what Tamar meant by that. Hey, Chick-fil-A gal. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Okay, you have to tell me what happened because no one is. I told her the reason that,
Kinda low.
there have been, some tension between she and I didn't speak for anyone else. Right, that's a good statement for me. She wasn't transparent with the way she went about the spinoff show. So, and instead of her saying, you know what, Towanda, you're right, I did go about it the wrong way, and I apologize, she denied it. We're all for Tamar's recent success, but the fact that she's been so aloof when it comes to her and what she's doing in her life makes us feel like she cares more about her career than her family. We've been a close-knit family, we've been a close sistership all our lives, and then why suddenly, why is there so many secrets, and why is it so blatantly liarized? Exactly. And like I told her, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This isn't just the only issue that we're having. One of the things that is hurting our relationship with Tamar is that she feels free to criticize everybody's marriages. But when you try to talk about her Velcro with Vincent Herbert issue, she goes completely deaf. I think instead of having...
Okay, so I'm gonna play that again. Wait a minute, because there's a comment I want to address that's on the screen here. Okay, so it says here, they are jealous of Tamar. First, it was Tamar's first solo career. Then Towanda got jealous because the public loved Tamar, and now it's her spin-off career. Now we know why she made that comment at Essence Fest. Now, I don't know what she said at Essence Fest. Now that I need to find. But as you can see, they are angry with somehow, some way that Tamar went about getting her spinoff. I don't know what it is that Tamar could have done that's a stab in the back to these girls. Tamar was already an executive producer of the Braxton Family Values, and she became a star from, she was the standout of this show. So they did get a spinoff, she and her husband, which was called Tamar and Vince. And when that happened, people, got into that too. I'm so surprised that show ended. Honestly, I enjoyed watching them on that show. And there were times when the sisters would make appearances. But I think even here, this is about jealousy. Y'all gonna make it out like Tamar did something wrong? Tamar did something wrong because people wanted to see more of her and she got a spinoff? What is it that Tamar could have done that was a slap in the face to the sisters? That's what I want to know, because I can't figure that part out. That part I cannot figure out. Hold on one second. Hey, only me 23. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. I appreciate you so much. And it looks like Mixtress Monica got that membership. Mixtress Monica, you better thank only me 23 in the chat, and welcome to Club V. Love y'all to pieces, and you will be able to use that membership here in just a little while. You hear me? In just a little while when we go live over there on the Zoom. Thank you so much, Only Me 23. I appreciate you. Okay, so that happened. Okay, let's look at another one.
And it really showed when Trina was proposed to at her birthday party, and and Tamar showed her whole ass. And everybody's like, why would you propose to my sister at my birthday party? I don't know how nobody sliced that or diced that. You don't do that shit. It's my birthday. It's my day. It's my birthday party, bitch. It's about me. It's not about your engagement. And everybody was like, she didn't need to act like that. Why would she act like that? She's grown. Why do you think it's appropriate to propose to someone at their sister's birthday party? And how do you think they're supposed to react? I would have cussed all y'all out too. I would have told all y'all to get the fuck on too. Bitch, it's my birthday. I don't care how old I am. Like that you don't do that. I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't want to be proposed on somebody's birthday.
Okay, now with that said, at that time I was like, oh, Tamar, you are overreacting. But on the flip side, this is very true. Like, they didn't even discuss it with Tamar. It is her birthday. It was her birthday dinner at that. And they were celebrating. And I want to hear this. I believe somebody, if you guys were watching, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I almost feel like when that was stated, when Tamar expressed her frustration with the whole thing, they were like, well, it wasn't really your birthday. Your birthday is like Friday, or your birthday was really on Tuesday and this was Wednesday. It was some excuse like that. But they were celebrating her birthday on a trip that they took as sisters and couples or what have you. And it was planned for him to propose. So if he didn't just like spring that on, he didn't just happen to have the ring in his pocket and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this now. No, he knew he wanted to do it then. They knew that they were filming. They knew that everybody would be together. Hell, they could have done that the next day. To be honest, it was Tamar's birthday, and Tamar got frustrated with it. He didn't come to her and say, hey, I want to propose. And are you okay since we're all together if I do it tonight? Tamar could have said right then, no, don't do it tonight. Or she could have said, yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Do it at the end. Do it at this time. Do it with it. But instead, they sort of just hijacked her birthday. Okay. And let me tell y'all something. Tamar's a Pisces. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, give us our minute. All right. Give me my minute. All right. Just my minute, could you? So I think that's what was going on there. All right. Let's listen to another one.
Families be having the opportunity to fix shit right in front of their face and they throw it away based like they pride just makes them throw all the opportunities to make shit right with each other away, and it aggravates me so. And I'm speaking.
Hold on. And let me say this. This is the last one we're going to watch of this, because this young man, he is so freaking on point. I don't know what to say. Listen to him.
Heavily about it because it's going on in my family right now. Like the generation that is in front of mine, just everybody's acting weird, but I'm not gonna get too far to that. Trina, you're right. Gabe isn't here to defend himself, but what would he be defending himself from when you experience the same monster that your niece has? You experience the same monster that both of your sons experience. Both of your sons don't like your ex-husband. What the fuck are you defending at this point? What are you holding on to? I would love it to be made clear. It couldn't be this much love in the world where it transcends into this man's death. Like, you have such a big opportunity to walk your niece through something traumatic, and you cut her off. As a matter of fact, you said on the show that my phone was on. She could have called me. She couldn't have, because the niece said herself, you stopped talking to her because you thought she messed with Gabe. We didn't even know it was Gabe until you said something. You stopped talking to her, according to the niece. You have such a grand opportunity to fix something so broken, and your pride and your ego would not let you go. Toni, I don't know what to think of you in this moment. I don't know what to think of you in this moment. I'm not about to act like Tamar is a saint. Like, we'd see how Tamar get down over the years, but the fact that she's the only one showing up for her niece speaks volumes. Towanda, what do you mean Trina is a victim? A victim of what? Exactly. Stand with the man that tried to get in her niece's pants. Stayed with the man that both her sons didn't like. What is Trina a victim of exactly? Where's her father? What did her father do? If I'm not wrong, I've been hearing some horrible information about the father too. Like he tried her. What is this family doing? And then Evelyn got the nerve to be on. That show talking about, you just can't. I lost a child. Y'all can't keep acting like this. What are you doing as the head of this stanky ass fish?
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's kind of what Iyanla said too. She said all of the issues these girls have, it's your fault. She looked Evelyn dead in the face and said, this your fault. You did this. You're the head. You're supposed to be leading this in a better direction. Show did say it. And I agree with everything he just said, especially the part about Tamar, that they're over here mad at Tamar because she's supporting their niece. And Trina is over here defending a trash dude that did not even treat her right or her kids right. And it humiliated the entire family, spoke negatively about the family to strangers online, as if that wasn't going to come back. Okay? It's ridiculous. And all the while, they were really always projecting the bullshit onto Tamar. Let's be clear about something else. Towanda always went out of her way to point out Tamar's flaws. Tamar is this and Tamar is that. Okay? Jealousy. Nothing but jealousy. I'm gonna let him finish. Now I'm gonna read what Tamar had to say over here to the right.
My God. But that's not this video about. This video, Trina, you have the opportunity to fix something and you gon' that child ain't nothing like one of your family to protect you and they look at you like you crazy for even saying something in the first place. Families be having the opportunity to fix shit right now.
Yeah, that was a trip. So Tamar in the comments said, no shade to nobody, but if I knew what all I know now, I would have aired Gabe's ass out like I would have normally. But all this was kept from me till Ashley spoke out. So that I wouldn't. I'm pissed that I didn't get the opportunity. This season has made me ridiculously traumatized and triggered. Family secrets is real and it will F you and your life up. It did for me. And now that I am healed and healing, I can't help but help other people who grew up like me. Enough is enough. At some point, you have to do the right thing and show up for your younger self and other people who are hurting from other people's bullshit. So watch the damn show. And please try and fix y'all fucked up families like I'm trying to do. I still love them though. Ooh, of course you do, sis. Let me see. Is that the?
Let me tell y'all something right here, right now, real quick, real fast. Y'all do not get it when it comes to the Braxtons. First of all, the Braxtons are legacy. First of all, because lots of talent in that family. I don't know about any of the drama. But second off, all these years, y'all been seeing them get into it. Like most families, like all families do. We like them all, but we also saw the drama and people started to pick sides. And because Tamar had become famous in the way that Toni is the legend, but Tamar started to build her own career, her own thing. Whether through her ex-husband or not, it don't matter, baby. Tamar has vocals. Tamar has personality. Tamar is funny. Tamar can dress. Tamar knows who she is. For all these years, everybody made it like, oh, Tamar problem. No, she's just who she is. And people don't like somebody that's confident. People don't like somebody that can drop down to the bottom and bounce right back up. Like when Birdman came in the picture and Tamar was like, spin the bag and get it right back. She always supported her sisters. But I don't know that I have seen them support her in the same way. I'm gonna call real like it is. Tamar ain't everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Bottom line, people hate on Tamar. This season is different, and it's different for a reason because we are seeing the truth. Yep. It was spun before to make it seem like Tamar is this, Tamar is that. Toni and Tamar was my favorites always. You can't even tell me nothing bad about Toni. Even with her looking a little shady right now, I'm always still with Toni forever. They spun it like Tamar was this little youngest sister brat kind of. No, baby, she just said what it was. You really can't say you're with Tamar like that. She's truth. She's comedy. She's a good time. She dressed her ass off. She's beautiful. She's a hard worker, a good mom. And she was a good wife to Vince as well. I low-key feel like they really should have worked it out. But hey, it is what it is. All right, now, Tamar, you've been picking some. I said it. Even the one that was this colored. You messed up. I just feel like you deserve way better than that. I'm loving this new season. And this new season is tea because Tamar has a lot to do with what's going on in them back scenes and behind the scenes and that paperwork. Yeah, y'all tune in because you see what real families go through. You gotta navigate. You gotta put your best foot forward when dealing with your family. All the trauma and turmoil. And Tamar showing up. She probably been showing up the whole time, and we just ain't never knew it because they never put it out like that. I don't even know why Gabe is a topic. Gabe is a non-factor. He was just bad all around. Every time I seen him on the show, I was just like, why is he there? Why? Why was he even a part of the family? Braxtons, y'all be picking some weird guys. Even Toni done had some weird ones over the year. Now, Birdman, he a little weird too, but we could go with it because of the bag. But I'm just saying.
All right. So that's that on that. Look, bottom line is everything is not always as it is presented to us. And I agree that the reason why we are seeing some truth is because Tamar is hugely behind the scenes, involved in the production and producing this show. And I love it. I love it because it's not like she is having people put some shit together that's not there. She's just having them reveal it. Right? Ain't no AI. And nobody forced these folks to do what the hell they are doing. They decide to do that themselves. Now, with that said, let me look in the chat what y'all saying. Be the one, hey girl, I feel it's distasteful to propose to someone at someone else's event. Why hijack someone else's special event? I agree. Very, very true. A lady 747 said, I remember that. So whack. Should have proposed after the party, in front of family, off camera. Obviously tried to steal her moment. Obviously. And I believe that both of them knew that the proposal was going to happen that night. And they probably talked about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you know that at any moment your dude is going to propose to you. You just don't know when. Well, I think that they may have discussed the when. I do believe that. And I agree. They could have done this, arranged this the night before, the day after, the morning, during breakfast. I mean, there were so many other options. It did not have to happen just then. Again, and then she's made to look crazy. Let me go back. Right here, Tamar was saying back at this point, gaslighting is crazy and it eventually makes you bananas. This episode is wild. And this episode was very telling. This episode was very telling. And I do believe that these ladies, these sisters were jealous of Tamar. And sometimes you may have some very small feelings on the subject, but when you got somebody in your circle who is pumping up their disdain, pumping up their frustration, they are over here trying to get you riled up. And I believe Towanda was that type of sister that was out here trying to get the other sisters riled up or change their minds about shit they weren't even thinking about. But now you got me thinking that folks is on bullshit when it may not be. Maybe the person who is trying to get you all excited, maybe they're on some bullshit. It could just be that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let me see. What else are y'all saying? I think that's just about it. Wait. Hey, Deshelle. She had caught him cheating yet again through text messages. Yes, you're talking about Gabe. She caught him cheating over and over and over. There were people that Gabe would be talking to online, and they turned around and exposed his ass. They went live and told it, or they sent messages to Trina, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. The Duchess, hey girl, I believe Tamar was silenced for so long that now she just says what she has to say, however she wants to say it, messy or whatever, if it helps her mentally until she learns a different way to be so. That's probably true. That's probably true. Okay, so that's all I have now. I did see, and I didn't catch the name. Jesus, forgive me. Is it somebody's birthday today? Did I see that was somebody's birthday? I don't see Black but Not Bitter. We haven't been able to wish her a happy birthday yet. Wait, did I see somebody's birthday? Whose birthday was it? I'm trying to find it. Whose birthday was it? Oh my goodness. Somebody, if you put it in the chat, can somebody put in the chat whose birthday it was or is? Because we want to wish them a happy, happy birthday. Who was it? Oh my goodness. Well, as we're waiting to see who it might have been, look, let me say this. I'm going to end this live here and then we're coming back. I'm coming back with my girl, Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. Give us about 15 minutes and we're going to come back and we're going to look at a couple of body cams that just really took me out this week. And then follow that, we're going to go on Zoom and finish watching the documentary about Magic City. Yes, honey, that shit was good. It was good and it was getting gooder. Okay, yeah, I said it. It was getting gooder. It was getting gooder. It was somebody's birthday. Did they leave, y'all? Ay, ay, ay. I don't see who it was. Oh, it was Michi 3. If she's in the chat, Michi 3. Oh gosh, Michi 3. Here, if you're here, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Smooches. Oh, Michi 3, happy birthday. I hope you're here to have heard the little serenade to you. But if not, girl, next time I see you, I'll play it again. Okay? Next time I see you, I will play it again. All right, you guys, give me about 15 minutes. We're coming back with Legacy Moon, True Crime and Mysteries. And yeah, the party keeps on going. All right. Thank you. See you soon. Smooches.